Hello Team Phoenix and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Catherine Minor. Please call me Kate Mimi. I am happy that you've been with us during part 1 of this conversation with Kimani, our clinical officer, registered cardiac sonographer from Kenya. So welcome to this part 2, and I have included the link to part 1 in the description box below. So welcome.
It was not a good experience.
Okay. When you say that, what do you mean? Do you want to touch on it a little bit?
Well, yeah, a little bit, because this is something that I think should not continue.
Okay.
You know? You go out there, you tell someone, I am trained in this and this. I'd like you to give me an opportunity to even maybe volunteer.
Yeah.
You know, and refine my skills. You're not even asking for a job.
Yeah, you just want to volunteer.
Personally, by the way, I was when I left the training, I was not looking for a job.
No.
I was not even interested in making money.
No, the experience.
I only wanted someone to give me a chance. Give me a machine. Let me
practice what I've learned.
Let me refine myself. Yeah. I don't even want money. So I go back. I go to so hospitals that I could go to. I don't want to mention really.
Yeah, of course.
But people know themselves. Yeah. So I go there. I ask for opportunities, and I meet the naysayers now. You clinical officer, where did you train? Yeah, we don't require. Who said we don't require? You clinical officer are supposed to be in the clerking room, treating malaria and fever and diarrhea.
And typhoid.
And typhoid.
And what else is common in Kenya?
Cracking and cephaloxamatology.
That one does not exist in medicine.
And ceftriaxone in patients. You know?
You're funny.
Yeah. It was a bad experience.
Oh no. So what happened to Kimani?
So I go back to my small clinic.
Okay.
After I've knocked several doors. Well, of course there were also challenges because echo requires a machine.
It does.
This machine is expensive. Very expensive. And before someone even allows you to touch it, you know, they hold it so dear.
You have to face Mount Kenya.
This is a machine that most of these machines are $1 million, 1.5. Some goes to even more than that.
I know.
So honestly, the first few months were tough. I remember I stayed almost 3 months without even ever touching a machine.
Oh dear.
But God is always there, you know. And God, so I give this credit to God.
Amen.
But one of very top senior doctors in Nakuru, I had knocked his door once, called me.
Okay.
And told me, and he's someone I really respect. Wow. He's someone who really, anywhere I need recommendations, he's always one of the people that I call. And
bless.
A very senior doctor.
He be blessed.
Only that I don't want to mention names.
No problem.
So so he calls me, and he asks me where I am. So he calls me to the office and he tells me, now you had come some other time. You told me that you had done this, and he allows me to work. He's a radiologist, so he tells me, I actually in my private practice I have a machine, and I realized actually it has an echo probe. Wow. And in that area there's no one who is offering echoes. That was in Naivasha. So I'd like you to go there and do your thing, and I'll be giving you 30% of what you make. So
hallelujah.
If a patient pays X, 30% of X is yours. So that's where I started now.
Wow.
You know, and he also gives me another platform to go and refine my skills.
Yes.
At our county referral hospital.
Oh,
but yes. But that that eventually ended up very horribly. I met a lot of resistance there.
Oh, of course.
And this is something that I would like I wouldn't wish anyone to go through, you know. You should not define someone by their looks or by, you know, or by their cadre, you know.
Are you saying that you were discriminated
Yes,
against?
yes. It was pure discrimination because someone thought that a clinical officer cannot do what a cardiologist does. At that time, in that particular facility, you know, there were only 2 people who were able to do that, and there was backlog of patients. But the people who were supposed to hold my hands became intimidated.
They slapped it away.
And slapped me in the face directly, you know, and I had to leave. But anyway, that said, after I realized, after I learned the environment and realized that this was really tough, what I decided to do, I decided to save up money and buy my own machine.
Okay.
So I started, you know, saving up. I had my own small clinic was still, and I was making some money here and there. So I saved up and eventually bought my own machine. After a couple of months, after around 6 months.
Well done.
I bought my own small echo machine.
Very expensive machine.
Well, very expensive machine.
Yeah.
And that's how I hit the ground running. You know?
Okay.
And now I started now. You know, when you have your own machine, even if you go to a doctor, anyone who knows it and sees you with your machine knows this is not a joke.
Respect.
Someone who is able to even buy this, someone who knows what they're doing. And I can tell you for sure, I think I did my best to do a good job. I was not just there to make money.
No.
And funny enough, my interest all along has never been really
about money,
about getting rich. And that is another thing that I would like to encourage my fellow clinical officers. You know, money will always follow you.
You hear that?
Money will
That's
always
very
follow
important.
You refine your skills. Make sure that that report that you give, no one ever questions it. No cardiologist will question it. You know?
Do you know that does not just apply to clinical officers?
It
I
applies
think
to all
it's
cadres.
nurses, doctors, everybody else.
Make sure what you do. Make sure what you do. Yeah. It's no one can question it. You know what you're doing. Just first of all, make sure you know what you're doing before rushing to make money. You know, and all that time, that's always what I wanted to do. Anyway, fast forward, I continued my own stuff. I continued offering echo in Nakuru, you know, and within that period, Nakuru became a bit, you know, of course Nakuru they had its own issues, you know, competition here and there, you know, and that's okay. That's okay. I tried opening a facility in Narok. I opened a facility in Narok. Tried to offer services there, but well, it did not work out because I had to travel every other time. You know, I again started a facility in Olkalau.
Hey, young man, you're such an entrepreneur.
Yes.
I think I need to bring you here again and now talk business.
An eco facility. Well, again, I was not able to run it the way I expected. So finally, I opened a small office in Nakuru town. Okay. Where that was my central place, but I would go to Molo to offer my services, Naivasha. And I was now started having patients being brought to my office directly from JM in
JM is
all Kalau. Yeah, JM. I would get patients from Molo coming all the way to Nakuru. I would get patients from Narok being referred to Nakuru. So I started at least getting now my footing. Yes. And you know, now there was no one to really try and you know, I have my own stuff. Yes. What are you telling me? What are you telling me? You know? I have my own machine. I have my own machine. Just refer the patient. So, yeah, as far as I'm good with the physician who is sending the patient. I'm easy. And of course, before our patient would be sent to me, I would go to the physicians who are sending and telling them that this is what I do and win their trust. Yeah. And and actually one of the physicians that was sending me patients from Molo, I ended up being the one who to train him. Wow, look at that. Yeah, I ended up being the one to train him. Well done, you. And mentor him before, So fast forward, I'm doing my own thing in Nakuru. I get a job with a company in India that was just starting its providing eco solution in Kenya. Okay. So what they would do is that they would come. Take contracts with hospitals, then they would give me their own machine, and I would take the images, upload them, and their cardiologists would interpret. So
okay.
so I still have my own small things beside the job, and I still have a job. So I started doing relatively well, and of course now growing. You see, it's a process. Yeah, I'm still with Echo. This is a skill.
Yes,
this is a skill.
Yes, it is.
So the more you do it, the better.
The better you become. Very true.
This is not a theory like business management. This is a skill.
No offense to the business managers.
Yes, no offense. But this is a skill that the more you do it, and with Echo, unlike CT scan, and like other modalities, where the technician only does the investigation and someone else interprets. Echo in Kenya, just like it's here in the UK, you are the one to interpret.
Yes.
It's you.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to give a report.
Yeah.
That is the report that will be used to determine, the next course of treatment for that patient.
Very true.
So you don't have you really have to be good in what you're doing.
Okay, let me ask. So now you're running your clinic. You're now with this Indian company.
Yeah.
At what point did the UK story start?
Now, after working with the Indian company for 8 months, I am still hungry for more, especially to gain better experience. Remember, in Nakuru, unfortunately, there are very few cardiologists. You can only do what you know. There's no one to tell you this is wrong.
Yeah.
And there's nothing as bad as that. You can always you can do the wrong thing for a very long time, because no one even knows. How can you question an echo report yet you don't even know how echo is done? How would you even question it?
I wouldn't.
Yeah. So I got I saw an application from Aga Khan.
Okay.
Aga Khan Hospital, Mombasa. So from the time I had started this career in cardiology, I knew, of course, Aga Khan is one of the best cardiac centers.
Centers in Kenya.
Yeah, state of the art.
Oh yes.
Cardiac centers in Kenya. Aga Khan, of course, with other hospitals, but in particular, I talk about Aga Khan because that's where I was. So I saw an application. a job advert from Aga Khan Mombasa. So now I decided to. This was a sacrifice because I was doing good. I had even bought a small car.
Of course,
I was good. Yeah, I was good. I was running a small clinic. I had even now employed someone.
And also giving
someone
COs and nurses locum.
Yes, I had employed someone, and now I was already now doing my own thing. So I had a few streams of income. But here, and all my things are there in Nakuru. So.
But now from Nakuru to Mombasa.
Now this was something that I had to. It was a sacrifice that I made. I decided I'm going to Mombasa. I decided I'll apply to that position in Aga Khan purely because of what I wanted to be. I wanted to refine my skills. I did not want just to be an echocardiographer alone and just do echo and ECG.
Yeah.
And of course, so I wanted to be in a position where I can refine my skills even better. Yeah. In terms of echo, and also learn other cardiac modalities. Of course, we say I'd learned there are Holters, there are stress tests, that dobutamine stress tests, as you said, and so many other cardiac investigations.
So you went to Mombasa.
So I decided to leave everything in Nakuru. Mombasa.
That was a step of faith, wasn't it?
That was a step of faith, and it was also sacrificial for me.
Of course, must have been.
And went from being self-employed
to being employed,
to being full-time employed,
to reporting according to somebody's time,
according to somebody, and waiting for salary.
And waiting for salary. Oh boy, oh boy.
But to this day, I think that was one of the best decisions that I ever did.
Amen.
Because when I went there, I met very, very nice cardiologists. Wow. People who are ready
to teach you,
to hold my hand.
The power of mentorship.
I also met the state-of-the-art machines. Wow. Something that the same machine is being used here in the UK and in of course in USA. The best in the field.
Are you sure Aga Khan have not paid you right now to advertise their services?
No.
This
I've
is
not
an
been paid.
honest review
This is where I
about
was.
the cardiac
Yeah.
center in Aga Khan Hospital.
Yes.
Asante
That's
sana.
Aga Khan Mombasa, and I have to give credit to it.
And I'm asking because I have a friend who was also working in the cardiac cath lab in Mombasa, and she has also talked about these services. So that's why I'm insisting.
I think I know her.
Of course, I know you do. She's very good.
She's in Cambridge?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I've met her once in Aga Khan. She came to visit.
Yeah. Awesome.
So the services were good, you know. So that's where now, just to get you back slightly, you see the challenges that I met in Nakuru.
Yes.
One of the challenges, the major challenges that people are asking me, where did you train? We are not heard of anything like that.
Outspan,
we don't. No, not the college, not the training, the clinical officers training. I'm talking about the echo training.
Oh, the echo training. Okay.
Training. Some people would bluntly tell you that we don't recognize, you know, what we're doing. So I started becoming hungry of making sure that what will I do to just make sure that no one will ever ask me where do you train, what is your qualification, what is this, what is that, you know. People would tell you that just to make you feel, you know, just to discredit you.
Exactly.
You
That's
know?
very condescending.
So I started researching what I do to make sure that this question never pops up.
Yeah.
So in the process, I had already seen there's an accreditation, American accreditation.
Oh,
American accreditation that people who do what I do are required to have.
Okay.
To practice in America, you are required to have that particular
training.
So I started researching. Is this an accreditation that I can achieve? Of course, in the process. So when I went to Aga Khan and I met now what I'm doing, the machines that I'm interacting with are the same machines that someone in the US is interacting with. You know, I have a cardiologist here who can hold my hand. I'm being now exposed.
Oh yes.
To a cardiac environment.
Oh,
you know,
yes. You're soaking in it.
I'm getting all kind of patients. You know, I'm seeing all kinds of conditions, and so now I decided. Once I went to Aga Khan, I decided now my aim here. I gave myself a target. I say that my aim here is to get the accreditation. Of course, I had seen it was possible to actually get the accreditation in Kenya. It was possible. You see? For cardiac sonographers and people who want to do this, I think we can have another session some other time to just for people who are interested to tell you the process. I won't go into the process right now.
Let us know.
That's another thing altogether.
Yeah. So you went ahead and applied for this.
As I was working in Aga Khan,
yes,
I started. It was not about applying. Someone. This is something that I had to start reading again.
Okay.
You know, I had to go back to reading again because this is something that someone would have in America would have to go 3 years in college. From first year, 3 to 4 years in college to do the same exam.
Wow.
So I had to go back now to studying
for that exam.
So I had to ship books all the way from the US. And started reading, you know, just creating time. I always say my Mombasa house, because I was living alone in Mombasa, my Mombasa house was a student room. Oh, yeah. Just a bed and a chair full of books. You wouldn't even think I was working. If you came in my house, you would think I'm a comedy. Wow. I'm in university somewhere. So you would even see a timetable. So I made a decision. And this was personal. Yeah. Mind you, in the Republic of Kenya, I had not known anyone who has that. So there was no one to ask.
That accreditation.
There was no one to ask.
And here is Kimani.
It is me
again with a
and
dream.
Facebook and internet. Trying to see how what is the process. So it was a long process where I had to send my certificates into the US to have them approved. So means just a process that was also expensive. You know, having to subscribe to online studying and all that, you know. So but
how long did it take?
It took I went to Aga Khan 2020 March, and I did the exam 2022 January.
So this year?
Yes, January this year. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So finally I studied and felt that I was good. I booked for the exam and I gave them a marking scheme.
Congratulations!
That was a marking scheme.
Yes. Well done.
And so in the process just before I did my exam, just before I did that exam, just before, maybe I was to do exam in January. I did exam in January.
Yes.
In December, I had of course joined groups, the same way nurses have their groups.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
Canada have their groups. I joined groups, especially US-based groups. And someone posted a job advert.
Okay.
Say that anyone holding this accreditation, I'm the accreditation myself, I'm a registered cardiac sonographer.
Registered
and I'm
cardiac
proud to
sonographer.
be, I think I'm the first one in Kenya.
Registered cardiac sonographer in Kenya is right here.
Yeah, I don't know anyone else who holds that accreditation.
If anyone knows, please
who
write in the comment section, reach out to me.
And
we need to link you up with Kimani. He needs
Yes. If you have
needs a group.
If you have that, then you need to talk to me.
Yeah.
You may just come and join my company.
Oh yeah. You hear that?
But I don't know any. If there is, someone can comment. But I don't know any.
But with all bragging,
I'm the first one. You know?
He's the first one. According to us, Kimani is the first registered cardiac sonographer in Kenya.
Yeah.
Na turingi, okay, tunaringa.
So I do that exam. I pass in January, end of January, and I had taken a leave the following February. Yeah. So even before I had completed my February leave, I had a job in the UK. Actually, I took in 2 applications.
What?
Yes. And
wow.
I had a job.
Oh, so what job? How much or what cadre? What level are they paying you in the UK?
Well, I think I joined as band 7. Yeah.
Now, I think I need to explain to you who are at home. I am a band 6 nurse, okay? And I came here in 2019. This gentleman is band 7. Basically, he's my senior. His job group is up there. It's what you would call job group M in Kenya.
I'm not sure
I think it's M. Yes, it's around M because I was almost L by the time I was leaving Kenya. So he's not earning small money if you guys are worried about that.
But I'm not rich.
He's being modest. Band 7 is a very nice role. It shows leadership. It shows clinical skills. It shows all those wonderful things you want in a healthcare professional.
That's why they call us highly specialized.
Highly specialized, not just specialized. I am a clinical nurse specialist, but this guy is highly specialized. Registered cardiac sonographer. I love that.
So once I did that exam, it's a very intense exam, you know.
And you gave them a marking scheme.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm happy. I'm proud of that.
You applied for this job in the UK. Is it a company? Is it the NHS or? Is it a private company?
It's a private company.
So they had advertised for this job?
Yes, they had advertised for these jobs. And let me say, just like a lot of other cadres in the UK, this particular cadre is in acute shortage. Yes. And very, very high demand. For anyone who can make it to this cadre here, you are okay. You know? Uko sawa.
In short.
Sawa. Because utawahi kosa kazi. Well, of course in the UK, if you are a medic, you never lack a job. So I'm not just saying that this alone. But you know, you get a job that pays you, you know, relatively well, other than really struggling so much to get yourself up there.
Sema tu venye unataka kusema pays good sum good amount of money.
I don't want to say that that you become a millionaire. That will not be you know, but if you compare with other cadres, and I'm not naming any cadre, but if you compare with other cadres, you'll find that you are relatively paid better.
Yeah, of course.
And you'll be able to afford, you know, quite a decent
living.
Much decent without a lot of stuff. There's of course struggles, the normal struggles in the UK, but they'll not be much. You know, you'll not have to go to do the dirty part jobs. You know, the very hard jobs. You know, to supplement, and then there are a lot of locums and all that.
Okay. Now, what I want to understand is this company, did they sponsor you with a visa? Thank you to Phoenix for sticking around with us. This has been a very interesting conversation. For now, let us end it right here, part 2. And Kimani will get an opportunity to drink some water, and then you can join us in part 3 in the next video. Thank you.